Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my video on pasta tips for singing. If you sang with me in the past or are currently singing with me now, you may have an understanding of what pasta stands for as an acronym. If you haven't, I hope you find this video informative and educational. I give credit to composer and arranger Roger Emerson for first introducing me to the acronym PASTA. I tried to Google and find the actual source. I believe it was a warm-up book, but I'm going to give all credit to Roger Emerson for introducing me to this, and it's been helping me throughout the years with just some basic tips for singing and how to get that good sound. So in the acronym PASTA, it's going to stand, you can see on the right, posture, air, shape, tone, and articulation. All of these combined really are going to help you make a good vocal sound, no matter if you're a soloist or you're singing in a choir. So you can see our first P is for posture, and these graphics I found, I know that not everybody, stands like maybe this guy or this guy here, or even this guy. But you can just see the different types of posture that we might have throughout the day, even when we sit. Like I sit most days at a computer. My back probably looks like that. But if I'm singing, I want my body and my spine aligned. You can see how he's standing up straight. His shoulders are rolled down and back. His rib cage is expanded. And the same thing here, where you can see this lady is sitting nice and vertical. There's no sway there. That's going to really help her get a lot of air as we move on to the air slide here. So for air, something we do every day, we breathe in and out. For singing, we take those purposeful breaths. So as you can see here, our goal when you're singing, when you're breathing in, your chest is going to expand, and that rib cage is going to expand to help your lungs take that air in. And same thing when you breathe out. Now, we haven't talked a lot about the diaphragm. It's something you don't feel in your body. It expands and contracts, and that's something we could maybe cover in a later video. But for now, I always like to tell my singers to think about that breathing in as like you have an inner tube around your body. It's not just pushing out your belly or contorting your body in a way that's uncomfortable, but taking that nice deep, like when you're at the doctor's, like take a deep breath, really get that breath in, and that's going to help you manage your air. So we start with our posture. We have good posture. We go to our air. We want to take a good breath. Now off to shape. I found this graphic online, which I thought was really interesting. It doesn't cover all the vowels, but it has a good start. So if you say to yourself in E, A, Ah, O, U, I know it doesn't cover all of them, but think this is your tongue. So if you're just saying the letter E, or the vowel E, I should say, E, your tongue is going to feel more like this up into the top of your mouth. That's just how an E is formed. So if you go through E, A, Ah, O, you can feel that how it's going to change not only in your throat and your larynx and your vocal folds, but how it's going to change here, how you actually make that shape. So shape is very important. You have your good posture, you took a good breath. Now you have to think about the shape of your vowel that you're actually singing. I like to tell my singers as a tip, breathe the vowel. Like for the national anthem, if you're going to start saying the first word, O, breathe that vowel. So your lips should look like that O before you start. That's less work for you that you have to do later on. Tone. So after we have great posture, air, our vowel shape is there, we think about our tone. I really like this graphic because I like to tell my singers to spin that air or spin that tone out. And we think about different tones, and by tones, I mean light, dark, raspy, clear. You can read all of those there, but really explore what is your individual tone and how does that affect the group you're singing with. For example, if I'm going to sing I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. You can hear that's kind of raspy, maybe a little whisper. I can change my tone. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Maybe I can change my tone from dark or resonant. Typically in choirs, we want a nice, warm, resonant tone. And resonance just making sure that sound projects and people in the, I like to say, in the back of the audience can really hear. And lastly, we have articulation. So after our good posture, our good air we take in, the shape of our vowel, our good vocal tone, we want to make sure people are understanding what we're actually saying. So a lot of articulation is going to do with consonants, beginnings and endings of words. I say it again and again, we can have a great sound, a great tone, we can have all the prep in the world, but if our audience and our people we're trying to reach can't understand what we're saying, really our message is lost. So I like how the PASTA acronym starts from the beginning, because this is things you should do in order. You set up your good posture, no matter where you're standing or sitting or you're moving around a stage. You take in good air, think about that inner tube around your body, and expand on all sides when you take that breath in. Then you go to that shape after that breath. You make sure you have that good vowel shape in your mouth so you really have a good goal in what you're actually trying to produce as a sound wise for that vowel. Once you have that good shape, think about your tone. Is it resonant? Is it whispery? Is it light, dark? And then after that, make sure you're articulating so people can understand what you are saying. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. I hope you found our video educational, and I hope to talk to you all soon.